Okay, so story time. And this story is about how the universe always provides, and that you should trust in your guides and your intuition and trust in the process that the universe has. Okay. So, I recently relocated due to domestic violence, and it's been a minute. It's been like a process of like healing and growing and getting back on my feet. And so I just recently bought a houseboat, which I'm really grateful for, because before we found the houseboat, I was living in hotels and dealing with like a whole bunch of fucking bullshit that comes with like experiencing domestic violence and having to relocate. And so right around the same time that I bought the boat, like within the same week that I bought the houseboat, the girls at this club that I was working at, right? I was working at this strip club to make money. I was doing really good. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to make really good money. And so I bought the boat, and I guess the girls there were like really jealous that within a couple of months I was able to buy a boat, and they didn't really have anything to show for it except for like the drugs that they were buying. But so they stole some money from me, and then like I brought it to the attention of the owners, and the owners decided like to take these girls' side, and they weren't going to give me the security footage for my police report. And then not only that, but then like when I quit, they withheld my paycheck, and it was a really big paycheck. It was over $3,000. And so I've been in between jobs. I was working for a neighbor, but that didn't work out because he thought it was okay to touch me. And then, I started getting my business going back up and getting back to being self-employed. And I also was given another opportunity that I, have started taking the steps to get that going while I'm getting my business up and running. So the universe is providing for me, right? And so like it's been tough though in between that, but I was able to get groceries today, everything that we needed, and I was also able to do my laundry today. And so there's going to be a part 2. But so the washer and dryer here, my boat is not really big enough to have like a full washer and dryer on it. I'm still trying to find one that will fit on it that's like a 2-in-1. But so for right now, I'm using the coin washers, right? It's $2 in quarters for each load. And so I've been waiting all day because there's only one washer and dryer here, and everybody seems to want to do their laundry on the days that I do my laundry. I've been waiting, and people kept getting in front of me. And so this last time that I went to go and do my load, like I was checking every 10 minutes for this last load to be done so that I could get it so that nobody else got in front of me. All right, part 2 is going to be in the comments. Okay, right, so where was I? So I was going and checking it like every 10 minutes. Just because I didn't want to lose the opportunity. The day was getting in, towards the end, and I didn't want to be up all night. Tomorrow we got school in the morning. So the last time that I went, I was setting an alarm for every 10 minutes, and the alarm went off, and I was about to go check it, and my guides were just like, wait a minute, and just watch this video that's about to come onto your page, and just receive the codes, because it was a light language transmission. And then they were like, and then after that, then go and do your laundry. So I was like, okay, I'll listen to you, I'll do that. Right, so I watched the video, I received the codes, and then I went to go and do my laundry, right? And as I was walking up, somebody was walking up in front of me with their laundry detergent. I was like, oh, hell no, come on. And then, like, I got there and somebody else was, like, putting their stuff in, and I was like, I'm just very animated, and at this point, like, I had been waiting all fucking day long, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's already 4 o'clock, and I've been waiting literally all day. And so they were like, oh, okay, well then you can go, and I'll go after you. So I was like, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And so I went to go put my clothes in, and I went to go put my quarters in, and the guy was like, no, it's free, because I guess he knows like how to make it so you don't have to pay quarters, which was pretty cool. I wish I knew the trick that he knows, because I would have saved a lot of quarters. But yeah, so it saved me $2 on that load, and I didn't have to have that, so I'm not actually completely broke today. I still have $2 left over after doing my laundry. And it was kind of just like perfect, because I had gotten the groceries that I needed earlier today. I got my laundry done, and it was just perfect. And it kind of like it was just a reminder to me that, like, all I really had to do was ask. Because, like, with all of the fucking bullshit that was going on, like, we were in the domestic abuse shelter, and then, like, stuff, like, sucked there. It was awful. They were really abusive there, and then we were homeless because of issues with the shelter. And then we finally found our place, and then, like, money was stolen, so shit was, like, fucking awful. It sucked. And I forgot that all you had to do was ask for help and then you would receive it, right? But then last week or the week before, I finally asked for help. I was like, you know, it'd be really nice to have some help and just to, like, have the things that we need and just for, like, to be provided for. Please and thank you. And then, like, all of these things started happening. There's going to be a part 3 because I guess I'm running out of time again. I didn't even realize how long this story was going to be. But yeah, so I asked and I received the help, right? Okay, there's more, okay? I keep forgetting where I was, but that's kind of a perfect reminder because I'm pretty sure I was saying that I forgot that you can ask for help and receive it, right? Ask and you shall receive. And so, like, when I first had relocated and was at the domestic abuse shelter, I kind of remember that, and I asked for, like, a bike, and I got a bike. And I asked for a couple of other things, and I got a couple of other things, but I was still dealing with all the fucking bullshit. And then even, like, when we were not in the shelter and we were at the hotels, you know, there wasn't a time where we didn't have what we needed. But then, like, when things started going really good again, and I was getting back on my feet, and I bought the boat, and then, like, all that fucking bullshit happened with the money being stolen and the paycheck being withheld, I forgot that all I had to do was ask for help, right? Because in that same week that my money was stolen, right, I bought the boat, and then my money was stolen, my paycheck was withheld, I had to quit that job, and my fucking bike, that was, like, it's my mode of transportation where I am, like, it gets me everywhere. I got a little trailer that I put my kid in, and I tow them around, and we get everywhere we need to go. Got a little umbrella and everything. Like, it's good. That's my little bike. I don't have to worry about, like, gas and the, like, polluting the environment. And, you know, it gets me around. It's good exercise. But it broke. And so it's been a couple of months, actually, since I bought the boat and since my bike broke, because I forgot that I could ask for help, right? And it wasn't until my water pump on my boat started acting funny. Like, it didn't completely take a shit on me, but it stopped pumping as good as it usually pumps, right? Like, usually it's like boom, 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 and the water's coming out really great. But I was taking a shower the other day, and it kind of, like, last week, and it kind of, like, stopped on me, and I thought I ran out of water, so I went to go fill it up. I was like, that was weird. I just filled it up, and it was already full, and I realized it was the pump, right? And so I asked for help with fixing my bike and fixing the water pump. And then I was walking around at the park, and I made a new friend. I call him my shamanic nomad friend because he's a nomad. He's, you know, he camps on the streets. Well, not on the streets. He camps in the woods. And he's a shaman, and we were talking about things in the universe, and he was like, you know, I built my bike, and I was like, oh, you know about bikes? Do you know how to fix my bike? Because my chain popped off, and my tires are completely fucking dead, and I don't know how to fix it. And so he's, like, fixing my bike for me completely for free. I bought him some food and some stuff that he needed, and then he was telling about how he's a mechanic and stuff like that, and he told me how to fix my water pump by myself. So I need to get some wires to fix it, but I can fix it on my own. So it just goes to show that, like, as soon as you ask, things will be provided for. It's beautiful. So if you have something that you need help with, just ask, and then be open to receiving, and you'll receive the help. Okay, so I thought I was done, but my guides want me to talk about the silver linings in this situation and the blessings in disguise. So the silver linings and the blessings in disguise is that, like, even though I was doing really well and making really good money at that club, had that stupid fucking bullshit not happened and those girls not stole my money and the club owners didn't show their face for who they really were and I didn't quit, I would have ended up probably being in danger again, because my ex had somehow found out that I was working down there and, like, was showing up. Like, the week that I quit, he was there, and he was, like, down where I was and, like, looking for me and all that stuff. So it ended up being a blessing in disguise and a silver lining that all that stupid fucking bullshit happened. And also, like, if my bike hadn't broken, I wouldn't have met this guy that he's a really great guy. I'm sure a lot of people judge him because he camps in a tent and he lives in a tent in the woods, and he doesn't have a normal job. But it's like a blessing in disguise that I met him, because he shared with me so much, and he actually shared a poem with me. And I filmed it. He asked me to film it, and I want to share it with you guys here, but I want to ask his permission first. And he also has a bunch more poems, so I'm going to see if he'd be willing to share them with us so that we can all hear them, because they are very deep and profound poems. But yeah, like the silver linings and the little things, everything that happens, like the universe always has a plan. And even though like in that moment when that fucking bullshit was happening, I wasn't able to see that it was a blessing in disguise until everything else happened. And I'm going through this whole court process again with my ex, and I realized everything that was happening at the same time that bullshit was happening, and it ended up being good that stupid fucking shit happened, right? And even with like the job that I had got from my neighbor, where he thought it was okay to touch me, like I learned a lot. And even without learning a lot, I got to ride in a kayak every day, and I got paid for that. And as soon as I quit, I learned a big lesson in that, because as soon as I quit and I stopped doing things that I didn't want to do and working for people that didn't respect me and value me, the universe provided me with like the biggest thing ever. And like my slip fee was paid, because I was worrying about how I was going to pay the slip fee, because I bought the boat, but I still have to pay slip fee, right? Because you have to pay to be in a slip at a marina. And like that was paid for by a church. And that also taught me other things, that like opened my mind to like challenge my beliefs about churches. I still don't know how I feel about religion, but this church was pretty cool. But yeah, the silver linings are always there. Okay, so now that I have shared that little story with you on how the universe always provides and how there's always a silver lining and a blessing in disguise, you just gotta shift your perspective and be able to find it. I want to share some codes with you to help you to trust in the universe, trust that the universe is there to provide for you, trust that you can ask and receive, and to know that, there is a blessing in disguise somewhere. If you're going through something, you might not be able to see it in the moment, but that with just a shift in perspective, you'll be able to find the blessing in disguise. So let's go ahead and call through those codes now. Ayarat aiti sit ur uyanam ayat iya sut urayala kat iya sut uru yaram mat iya sut urayat ayalak ayat I sut uruyut ayat isit itu sut uruyut ar sayalad itu sut utu sut urayara kat iya tisit urut ayati ayalak ayati urasaram ayat iya sut urayaram urayala kat ayati sut utu sut urut ur ayala kat iya tu sut utu sut urut utu sut uruyar ayala kat ayati tia sut urayala kat ayatu sut urayaram. Just always remember to just check in with your heart and find that shift in perspective. We love you. And have a great day or night or morning or whatever time you're finding this. And if you're going through a rough time, just know that it will get better. All you have to do is just surrender and trust in the process.